So hi everyone and welcome to another Gorelicious review. Because during the entire month of April, it's all about the gore. So today, as promised, I will be reviewing the Human Centipede 3, the final sequence. So it's from 2015. It's from the Netherlands. It's directed and written by Tom Six. It's starring Lawrence R. Harvey, Dieter Lasser, Eric Roberts, Robert Lazardo, Brie Olson, and Akihiro Kitamura. So in this one, Dieter Lasser plays a warden, and he runs a very troubled prison. And I mean, the inmates are crazy. He doesn't know how to deal with them or what the punishment should be. And then he figures it out because he's very much inspired by the first two movies, the first two Human Centipede films. So his solution to his problems basically is to create a 500-person centipede. Yes, so the numbers for the centipede just goes up for each film. I mean, it makes sense. If you're making a sequel and another sequel, then of course you have to shock the viewer somehow. So you have to pump up the numbers, of course. And it is kind of fun that this is set in a prison and that he uses this as a kind of a punishment for really bad criminals, because then this film gets kind of very political and debating, is the human centipede thing, a good solution or not? Yeah. I mean, it can spark up some debates surrounding that theme. But back to the story. I mean, this story is probably the most absurd of them all. I mean, in the first film, it builds up. It has suspense. We don't really know what to expect. It's still a three-person centipede. It's more calm. It's clinical. In the second one, we have all the gore and the craziness of Martin, and he does everything a doctor would not do. But in this one, it feels kind of almost like a parody of the first two films. Because, I mean, Dieter Lasser's performance in this one is so over the top. Because he played the doctor in the first one. And I think that suited him really well. He was creepy, he was disturbing, he was spooky. In this one, he's just over the top, and all I did was laugh every time he said something or threw up his hands, and he's even eating clits in this one. Yes, you heard me correct. Like candy from a box. Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. It's this so laughable. And also, Harvey is back in this one. He plays his kind of assistant. He's constantly stressed by Lasser's requests and demands, and he's equally hilarious in this one. So, I mean, and it does have, of course, a lot of gore as well. But I think they were more creative with the gore in the second one. It kind of fitted everything better. Sometimes in this one, as with the 500% centipede, it just felt like they had to shove it in just to keep the shock value up. But I think the shock value was more prominent in the second one, for me at least. Because this one, I was just laughing. I was laughing throughout the entire time. Then we have Brie Olson, who's also working at the prison, and it's just a really absurd final part in the trilogy, in my opinion. And then we finally get to see the 500-person centipede, and it's crazy. We all see this huge line and these orange jumpsuits, but we don't really get to see a lot. I was expecting so much more from that scene and moment in particular. But it's still, if you really like the first two movies like I did, then I do recommend you watching this one. But beware, you might find yourself laughing a lot more than in the first two films like I did. But yeah, and here is my copy of the film. You can already see the centipede on the cover. Yes. And it's unfortunate that this isn't green like my other copies. I wanted to match them, but we can't have it all. But yeah, just because it's a bit laughable and doesn't have the same impact as the first two did, I will give this one a 7 out of 10. It's the least good in the trilogy, but it's still good. I still enjoyed watching it, and I like the idea of, playing with this. Oh, if you're a really bad criminal, you will, you get sentenced with the Human Centipede, because it's just so absurd. But yeah, I am really happy that this trilogy exists, and I mean, I've enjoyed them all. And if you want to make a night of it, it's perfect. Just watch 1, 2, 3, and it's an amazing evening. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my review of the Human Centipede 3. And if you haven't checked out my the two first review of Human Centipede 1 and Human Centipede 2, then you can just scroll down and do it right after this video. So I hope you have enjoyed my review of the trilogy, and of course I want to know your opinion of the trilogy from you. Do you like it? Do you like the trilogy? Which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? Or don't you like the films at all? Let me know. It's okay if you don't like the film. I won't get mad if you don't like something that I like. It's totally fine. So give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you like my reviews and that you want to see more of them. And also subscribe if you haven't. It helps me out a lot. So thank you so much for all the support. And please join Sarah of Horror on Facebook. Just type in Sarah of Horror and apply. Hope you will have an amazing evening, and I'll see you at the next Gorelicious review. Bye!